Yeah, my live. All right. Um, I just kind of wanted a moment to study the live that I'm kind of responding from and coming back from. So, from and coming back from. Oh, I have my stream on. So, let's just get into this. Um, all right. I'm trying to think what angle I should start. But here's one angle that I can think of is here, and here's my just honest answer. Like, I'm never gonna get like, I don't really care what I say if it causes any kind of division. I kind of just will say it regardless of what happens because I think the truth should matter more. Let's just get into this. The question is that Bill was raising is why he doesn't understand why I guess channels like me are quote unquote buddied up with Tommy all of a sudden, which there's literally no evidence of that as far as I'm concerned. I can't really speak to what anyone else is saying or doing. I can only speak for me and nothing more than that. But again, I will stand by. I don't think I've really changed any positions on any information that I do know. But here's what changed though, and I was kind of thinking that Bill was going to acknowledge this was true, is every time an issue of CPP or Tommy was presented to me, I never actually did the original research for it or the original findings of it. And hey, Mitch Richmond. So I relied on the credibility that at the time I viewed were good. At the time I viewed as credibility as pretty good. But it's like, here's the thing, as far as like any new information, I haven't really changed my mind on any of the information that I have or the information that I had. But is it more, as far as what changed, it's more that of the credibility of the sources that I used to have. So that's what changed. Is usually, yeah, I don't lie. Give me one thing I lie about. I'll post a link. How about you come out? Or about, I mean, I know you don't really come up, but I mean, anyone can show where I'm lying. And also, I never said he's a predator. And I'll kind of just say this is like, whatever I said about, there's so many issues to get into, but whatever I said about Cap was kind of just a response, kind of, to like I'm fixating on a very like specific thing, which I kind of just called out. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of, I don't really care who's on whose side. I don't look at it like that. I'll just say what I'm saying. Yeah, here's the link if anyone wants to come up. Have you learned to tone it down, show your face you're scared? I'm not really sure what you mean. I'm not really toning anything down. But also, if we can go back, and here's like many of the many things that I can think of about Bill, is he claimed that I said that he threatened me, which I just never said that. If anything, I was referring to that about something Ed said, but I never said that Bill said it. So what I was pointing out was, what I was pointing out was that he said that happened on the Locksmith stream, because I actually said, did that happen on my stream? And then he said, he actually sighed and said no. And then he clipped my stream to prove that. So if it happened on Locksmith's stream, then why is he using my stream to say that that's where it happened? You know what I mean? So that's kind of this concept of discrepancies. I don't expect people that follow Bill Powell to understand, because clearly they don't. But yeah, that's kind of one of the many things. But yeah, but again, I would say, like, as far as like what changed, I can easily explain what changed, and it's obviously apparent. Is the usual source of the information that I would find concerning about CPP came from people that are now not credible. That's my answer. I basically stopped talking about any new information less and less as people like Ed's credibility became less and less. That's the correlation. That's what happened. If any kind of information is brought to me, and it has like a good source of information, and I'm at least aware about it, then I look at it and consider. I consider anything. I mean, I think everyone should consider anything. But yeah, I mean, any claim, anything he says, I have answers for. I'd welcome anyone up, and they can respond. And yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I did kind of want to see what he said, a little bit in the stream after I left. Kind of have some ammo, kind of have some notes in my head. But yeah, and also something that's easily fact checkable is these are analytics that shows not just for MVCap Fireside. All right, because there could be an argument that he was watching just some of Alex's sketches. Here is the channel analytics right here. What does that say? Pulling the strings right there. So I noticed he like really tried to say, like, because when I asked a direct question of, do you or have you ever, watched, MVCap Fireside in the last 28 days? So he can't be like, I mean, maybe one time in the last 28 days. Pulling the strings. Am I going wrong here? Pulling the strings. These are analytics that pick up popular channels that regularly watch you. Which again, I'll admit, like, I think I heard some stuff going on between certain streams, so I might temporarily subscribe to certain channels just to keep a pulse on what's going on. But I've actually missed a lot of stuff because I'm always at work when a lot of it is going down. But I wouldn't just like admit to like not watching in like a certain channel, but he actually will. And in either, like, anything I kind of noticed is even when I stumble into one of his streams, either he's referring to me indirectly or a group that I'm allegedly in, or sometimes just me directly. So it's not like I think one of his like recent streams, it actually is titled like something Lion Ryan. So here's the thing: it's not that that's why they call me Lion Ryan. No, Bill calls me Lion Ryan. I'd invite anyone to prove that I'm Lion Ryan. Which again has not been a challenge that has been able to be achieved. People can either give me something in the comments section, they can come on stream, they can call my phone, there's many opportunities for anyone to have called me out about anything or any claim that I've ever done, because I back it up. I back up anything I say. I have at least an answer to anything I say or do. So yeah, um, what the hell is going on now? Um, but yeah, again, like I would welcome anyone to try to prove that I lied about something. And again, he keeps going back to the great grandma thing. When I will say, I can honestly say that as long as I stuck to the claim, I stuck to the claim as long as I believed it. Until at a point where I kind of like realized it wasn't the same person. That's when I was transparent that about what happened. But that's like literally the like very one of the few times I've been even incorrect, let alone lying. I mean, I don't like prove where I lie. I mean, I'll leave that an open challenge. And any claim has just tons and tons of discrepancies. Like, did it happen on Luck's stream when I claimed that, or did it happen on my stream? But yeah, so this is what I was gonna show, and that's why if you notice he changes his story to I don't watch MVCap or MVCap Fireside, bro. I don't know. But this is the Fireside channel. This is not MVCap. This is not even MVCap. If you notice, this is Fireside. MVCap Fireside. See that right there? MVCap Fireside. This is not so this is like this has no catches in it. This is like the discussion channel. This only has like I think somewhere around like 550 subscribers. So this is kind of like a very narrow. I guess at least this audience is very narrow. Like where if someone just came in from some other, if like the regular person just came in, they probably wouldn't even know what any of this is about because it's kind of like you kind of have to know, you kind of have prerequisite knowledge to know about even what's going on. But this does show very clearly that he watched. I was like, I don't know why deny it. I mean, I would probably even say like people kind. I think everyone can kind of say they hate watch stuff. Everyone can say that. Hate watching is like a huge business. Like either it's like a cringe compilation or something like that, or something. In my case, it's kind of more of like a pulse on what's going on. Where I would see some Bill streams here and there. The one I saw today, but I'm not gonna deny it. But he will say like, "Oh, I don't watch MV Cat Fireside" when it's like right there. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, and also this is kind of another point. I mean, I did make the point about Brenda, who did pass away, and I have a I have a lot of respect for and if anything, someone I looked up to in terms of integrity. She had utmost integrity. But Bill and Ed were trashing her in her last days, making this case that she somehow lacked credibility when she didn't. And here's the thing: as far as like the standard, right? Like Bill supporters won't understand how discrepancies work, so they won't understand this. But if the standard is, oh, you shouldn't even talk at all about like people or invoking an argument at all, and people that have passed away, right? If that's the standard, then I hope he feels the same way about when Ed made a stream saying that calling me out isn't going, like calling Ed out isn't going to bring Brenda back. Did he not do that? So I hope he. I mean, I hope he has the same outrage against Ed doing a stream about invoking Brenda. I hope we're being ideologically consistent here, right? But obviously that's not going to happen. And again, people that follow Bill, like hardcore followers, they're not just there to kind of like watch and troll him. They like that'll go like everything I said will go way over the head because they're not really able to comprehend discrepancies. They kind of just say, "Well, I like Bill, so he must be right." That's how like his hardcore supporters think. Like they don't really apply any critical thinking. That's not true. The real Mastercard. It actually says audience and it says popular channels. That's not true. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can fact check that. Popular channels. Your audience's viewing activity across other channels on YouTube. Data based on your viewers across all devices in the last 28 days. Um, so it says audience and it says popular channels. So it doesn't. If that was even true, then yeah. But yeah. So does it show other videos? Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of all I was trying to say. But I would make the challenge to point out anything that I'm lying about. Well, from what I know, these analytics aren't ranked. Wait, hold on. I gotta figure something out here with that. Figure it out and call them out. Yeah, I mean, I'll take another look at the analytics, but just to be sure. But I can still make the case of everything else. So what happened was, he made a bunch of claims that weren't be able to be substantiated. And at the very least, he has responded directly to things I've said on Fireside. Not because nobody dragging Tommy anymore. But again, here's the difference. Here's what really happened. Is it's not necessarily that we're not talking about Tommy for partisan reasons or whatever. It's that the usual sources of the information are now deemed to be not credible. That's what happened. That's the change. Because I really did think about like what really did change. That's what changed. So it's like now when I see like a new claim, what they made by JT Colfax, do you think I'm gonna believe that? Or made by Ed? Do you think I'm gonna believe that? And like Ed's the worst example because all the things he accused Tommy of, he actually ended up being in question for those things on his own. And I would just call any of that whataboutism. Because it's like this none of this issue has anything to do with Tommy. Yeah, and if anything, they said they wanted the dragging to stop, but they question why we're not continuing to drag Tommy. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of a good point to make. Is Vic in here? Tommy don't have paperwork being a sus for CP like Edward exactly. And it's kind of like where it's like if someone invokes government documents, you can't really argue with it. And it's like that would be like the first thing, but he didn't even give any kind of satisfactory explanation. Don't look obverse here, but look what's going on over there. Is smoking mirrors. But Tommy this, Tommy that, Tommy this. Who gives a fuck? Keep the main thing the main thing. Oh, I'll send the link. I think I'll send the link through demand because it takes a lot of effort to pin the link. StreamYard makes it difficult. I mean, you can come up. I'm here nor there whether anyone wants to come up, but I welcome anyone to come up. I'm kind of looking for some information. Remember the time Edward said a bottle trap was a methadone bottle because meth? Yeah. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at what I'm looking at. Oh, hello.
Hello? Hello? Ryan, is that you? This is great grandma.
Oh shit. What's up?
Nothing, man.
Back from the dead?
Yeah, yeah. You know, what's really bad is that, this is how I see it. Ed would go doxing people and talking bad about some of the ladies. And then when somebody else does the same thing, he calls them out and all of that and drags them. Okay, he's been dragging Tommy for a long time. But now some real serious documents of him having CP, being a suspect. He hid that from us. He knew he had that pending. It's not like he didn't know. He knew that because he has to go to court for that. So how did he not know? He lied. It's easier to point your finger at other people for doing the same thing that you're doing, but you got three fingers pointing back at you. Now, the bad thing is you have this whole circle that I did not split, you did not split. It's the people that is taken up for this man. They're the ones that's splitting it. They don't take it serious. So it's not my fault that this circle has been split up and there's two sides. I'm going with what the truth is, what the facts are. And, they won't point fingers. They need to point fingers at themselves for being this way. For sticking up for a man that has been leading them astray knowingly. And they're too ignorant to understand this. And yeah, people laugh about me blocking people. Well, yeah, I do that on purpose. I block them because I don't have no time for these people. Some of them may be good people. I'm not going to deny that, but, I have to do that because I'm for what the truth is. I'm not going to make up lies and take up for somebody that is potentially a danger in the community. Okay, this is for catching predators, child predators, and they're going to take up for this man. Give me a break. Tommy's been drugged long enough. Let's start dragging Ed. Let's start dragging these other people that allow people to dox people in their chat, and I don't know, man. That's really wrong. You got real vindictive people in this community, and we all see it. Some of us has called them out, but then there's going to be some of them that's not going to call them out because they have things in common with these people. I don't care how much I have in common with you. Bad behavior, I'll call it out. I've been called out for bad behavior, and rightfully so. Okay, but I've learned, and these people don't seem to learn. They seem to not care.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm cutting my friends down to a small group of friends. When I say friends, they're not really friends. They're just people I associate with. Some of them I'm more closer to, and then some of them I'm not as close to. And it comes down with the trust. Over 80% of these people in this community, even more than that, probably 95% of the community, I don't trust. I watch their behavior. And, whoever is friends with the doxers, oh no, they're not my friend. They probably never will be my friend. But now people that call out bad behavior, they're going to more so be someone that I trust. And I'll give an example. Red Hood called me out. Okay. And I seen that he was right. He had a point. He used to troll me real hard, and rightfully so. And I learned from that. And I've changed. I'm changing every day. I'm trying to do better than what I was a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But see, some of these people, they don't want to change. They want to stay where they feel comfortable. I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh shit! I muted myself. My bad. Um. Yeah, but it's kind of just like I'm not like afraid to like face these people directly because they can easily fact check them. But they're welcome to come up here. You know.
Yeah, well, see, some of them's not going to come up here because you're a threat to them, and they're afraid. Like I said, I'm going to have you fact check me. Uh, because I know that on some of the streams there were people trying to dox me, and that's fine. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of said most of everything I was gonna say. But can't really think of anything else. I kind of feel like it's beating a dead horse about making all my cases, but I don't know.
Well, I think you keep beating that dead horse. It does help whether you don't think it does or not. I think it does because last night when Locke went on his stream and all, someone texted me and says, "Hey man, did you know Meow tried to come up and Locke wouldn't let him come up and Meow kept calling him."
Wait, did he really say that?
Yeah, well, it's in so many words. Yeah,
No, I know.
Locke wouldn't let him up, and they sent me the clip of him getting the fucking phone calls.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, and I guess like they all had a retreat stream on Locks. I did see a Lock on live. It happened when I after I went to sleep, but
Well,
I
he went on right after Caps. You know, I didn't know. I got a text this morning telling me, that this is what happened. That Meow was texting him right after Locke told him he ain't coming up on panel. Okay, that's to me, I'm gonna say that's a good thing. Maybe Locke understands that there's some people that you keep allowing them the platform, it's going to make you look bad, and people are going to call you out for the bad behavior that you allowed. And he can't say freedom of speech. No, no, Locksmith don't have no freedom of speech because they banned my chat in there when I was asking him questions. They banned my chat, so there's no freedom of speech. Now, if you go along with his narrative, then you have a freedom of speech.
yeah, like Bill kicked me off as soon as I kept challenging him.
Right. Well, he's going to turn everything around, and Bill, he's going to deflect from answering you. So, I don't watch that man. I don't have nothing to do with him. I don't have nothing to do with Edwards. I don't have nothing to do with Locke. I don't have nothing to do with Bill. And those three channels is where all the fucking trouble originated from.
Yeah, I think we should have free speech panels and debate anything, but it's like when there's clear dysfunction, it's not understood. It essentially dysfunction is as harmful as when it's not understood. And again, like now it's like we have an understanding of gaslighting and dysfunction where we can identify it later. So if another person came along with another panel channel, whatever, then it wouldn't really hold much ground because we would know what to look for. It's like we've learned our lesson.
Well, I sure enough learned a lot, just by watching these people, watching their actions, and that told me what kind of person that they were. And I'm not going to follow losers that's going to take you down the same road that they're going to go down and make you look stupid in the long run. I'm done with that. Call people out that actually need to be called out. Don't pick and choose people just because you don't like them and go dox women that has children. Edwards has done that. Locksmith allows that to happen in his chat.
Yeah. But it's kind of like one of those things where it's not bad if they do it, but it's bad if we do it. If we
Yeah,
do, we don't do it, but it's just bullshit.
it really is, and I just but there again, you keep beating that dead horse, you're gonna have to make them talk. The longer they go without explaining themselves and talk about it, and get people like Kurt off the panel, get people like Freya off the panel, and y'all settle this on the panel. All these outsiders don't need to be up there. They have no say so whatsoever. I don't care if they've been here for 10 years. If they're not involved in this, they have no say so whatsoever. Put them in a chat and let them talk in the chat. But let the main people up on the panel to talk about it. Because Kurt has nothing to add. Nothing.
Yeah.
Frida, she ain't got nothing to add either.
So I don't know. I'll actually say I don't know who Freya is at all.
She's a new lady that came into the community. Uh, I believe. I don't know. I've seen her a few times, but that's it. But she's sipping Edwards tea. She's sipping Locke's tea. And she's probably one of their friends that they got up there. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we've Christmas historian chat. What's up? Yeah,
But people do need a place to come and hang out and talk. I was in a panel. Uh, one of Jeff's friends. Okay, I had fun all night long. I took him on a graveyard tour before we went off stream before my phone died. Okay, and I had fun. We didn't have any kind of drama or nothing. I enjoyed that. But
yeah,
but it seems like all these panels we're going to drag people under the bus, and we're going to be tossing people off the side of a cliff. And people they get into that mode, and that's what they look for. And if it's not about drama, they'll move on. But people like Meow, you don't give them no attention, and just ban them from the chat. Ban all the trolls that come in there. I mean, you're going to know some of the trolls. Some of the trolls is okay, even if they're the negative ones. But the real bad trolls like Meow, just kick him out. Sooner or later, he'll leave and go somewhere else.
I
You
think that
know.
I think kicking makes them more powerful. Actually,
Well,
disagree.
kind of, sort of, but it's like this. If you don't allow him on your panel, you don't allow him in your chat, sure, he can make an alt, but you keep banning them alts and you don't allow him to come up, then he's going to move to somebody else. They have the option of letting him up.
No, then
Okay,
he
Edwards
to
will
say that.
probably let him up, and then Edwards is going to look stupid.
Well, I mean, then he has the ground to say that we're banning him or not giving him the opportunity to confront him.
Well, he just banned himself, is what it is. See, I mean, I'd rather not have him in my chat and, not starting trouble. Okay, we have like Chuckles. She comes in there and says some crazy stuff, but she's not really a bad person. Okay, she has issues, but she's not a bad person. But see, with Meow, he's an evil person. He's a predator. Okay, he did that to Chuckles. That was bad. Okay, then he did that to Jonathan, which it wasn't good. Then he puts in the CP and Locke's gilded, and he had to scrub it. Okay, then he calls you up, harasses you, calls Scamula up, harasses her. He calls Tommy up, harasses him. He called Locke up last night, started harassing him. Okay, see, when Locke wouldn't let him up, he got vindictive. And this is the type of behavior you have to watch out for. Those are the people that, everybody needs to know who this man is and just ban him all together. Because he is a very dangerous person. He doesn't care. He gets drunk, he don't care. He's going to do stupid shit.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't really think of anything more to say. But if anyone wants to come up, they can come up.
I want Troll Lawyer to come up.
I don't think he would come up.
Well, how about what's your story? We hadn't heard him talk for a while. He's good.
Yeah,
Biden might want to come up. He's always got something positive to say.
yeah, and actually,
So
Rob, I will say made this. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's not available. Never mind. Trying to show. Let's send
so
some.
when does Ed go back to court?
Oh, I don't know when it goes back to court. Is there a new court date?
They postponed it. They postponed it, and I think the next court date's going to be the last one because I mean it went through for 3 years, and I don't, I think the courts is getting upset about it. When it takes this long to do a case, I believe it's something real serious. I don't think that if you had a minor case that it's going to take this long to come up with a verdict.
A minor case.
Yeah, I'm just saying, a drug case,
Unless
with a gram of speed or a gram of cocaine.
unless it's a
That,
case involving minors.
huh?
Unless it's a case involving minors.
No, 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 no. When I say minor, I mean,
Yeah. But
I don't mean children. I'm just saying, like a fender bender or being drunk in public, a gram of cocaine or something. They don't do much. But if you get caught with like a pound of cocaine, then that's not a minor case. That's a major case. And the CP I would find to be more of a major case than a little bit of crack or a little bit of cocaine or meth.
yeah. I mean, I never had a problem issue with his drugs or whatever, but I always
No.
made it kind of a point about his hypocrisy with it. Because I mean, if it was my choice, I would legalize all drugs. I have no issue with drug use. But it's kind of like if you're hypocritical and lying about it, then that kind of hits your credibility. It's like you could be lying about you know like I don't know, something going through a red light or something, or going 66 and a 65. It doesn't matter what you're lying about, but if you consistently lie, regardless of what it's about, it's showing your will to deceive.
Yeah, yeah. If you lie once, you'll lie, anytime. And, but to come in this community and not say nothing, that's one thing. Okay. He knew what he did. He knew it. And
Yeah.
that is why,
So he's like saying Ed's never been in a fender bender, but he's been on a bender bender.
yeah, well, he's been on more than a fender bender,
Yeah.
a meth bender. And he's still doing that.
Yeah, and he made his whole. If you notice, he made his whole 4 minute video about saying like how he doesn't do the drugs he later admitted to doing, but he didn't once address the CP issue. Like in the video addressing the bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when didn't he go out and buy liquor to celebrate Tommy's channel going down? He said that somewhere. He went out and got Crown Royal or some kind of alcohol to celebrate. And then he says he's been sober.
Yeah, by the way, I want to show the video in which Bill has an inconsistency on. Oh. It's here. Wrong one. But here's the video.
About the whole Brenda's on lock stream.
Yeah, people keep saying you weren't there. You weren't there. Like, yeah, I was fucking busy and I didn't know that was going to happen. Which I think that was.
Actually, that's the wrong video. Hold on. I mean, it does show an inconsistency, but not the one I was thinking of. But yeah, what were you saying, Vic?
Well, I'm just, I was just ranting a little bit, but, I do think the Dragon, helped on Cap's stream last night. It brought two people up that had a lot of explaining to do. And now they feel the same pain or the equivalent of the same pain that their victims was going through. Okay, they felt defenseless. Okay, that's one of the feelings you feel when you get doxxed, is defenseless. Okay.
Actually, I just kind of realized there's a possibility that he could strike me if I play this.
Yeah, well, I would watch it. You could probably play a few seconds of it, stop it, talk about it, play it, stop it, talk about it.
Actually, I think it is. Actually, I think it's good because I clipped it and it's under fair use. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll the dice on this one. If he gets struck, it's what it is.
This is on Locksmith stream.
Hit me up. I'm like, fuck, God damn it. I did not want to go on any streams that night. So I went up and they were saying that you said certain things and you said you didn't. I hadn't heard it yet myself, but I went back and listened and you did say that I tricked.
In a screenshot or where?
No, on stream.
On stream. On my stream?
God. No, on this one. The one that I was called to come up on.
Yeah. Stream. On my stream?
God. No, on this one. The one that I was called to come up on. Yeah. On stream.
Stream. On my stream?
This is my stream.
I said to make sure that I had my thoughts organized. Because even I was kind of, uneasy about it because I think we got subtly threatened just for asking questions. I just really know this is gonna go. I just really know this is gonna go. And in that based on
If when I said that it wasn't on Locksmith's stream, then why are you using my stream as evidence that I said it?
You got a point there.
Yeah, so it's kind of again, he said that that I said that on my on Walk's stream, but then he clipped. Why would he need to? Why would he clip my stream that I said it? Because when I said did it happen on my stream, he didn't just say no. He sighed and said no.
Right.
Oh man, like you're really going wrong. Like, but he ends up using my stream as a citation for it. And that's like his only thing. One thing that I got that I was just genuinely wrong about, I was just incorrect. And then one thing that his own, like, that's the video he's referring to when he says, "Oh, I have a video and that's what it says." Well, that's the video. That's what it says. Does that show he's saying that? Because I'm clearly referring to Ed.
Well, it's well, let's hear it one more time. You kept saying on my stream. You said no, or on my stream. It's like he's confused, trying to say something that wasn't true for his narrative. So that was, who was that now that was on there? That was
We'll show the video again. Hold on.
yeah.
So here it is. And I just realized there shouldn't be a fair usage. There shouldn't be a strike issue because he actually is clipping my stream. Like it's his video, but he's actually clipping me, so he can't really fault me for clipping him clipping me.
Well, if he tries to get you, you can turn around and get him because he's using your stuff.
That's actually true, yeah. But I'll play it.
This was on Locksmith's stream.
Hit me up. I'm like, fuck, God damn it. I did not want to go on any streams that night. So I went up and they were saying that you said certain things and you said you didn't. I hadn't heard it yet myself, but I went back and listened and you did say that I tricked.
In a screenshot or where?
No, on stream.
On stream. On the, like in my stream?
God. No, on this one. The one that I was called to come up on.
Yeah.
On stream. On the, like in my stream?
God. No, on this one. The one that I was called to come up on.
Yeah.
On stream.
On stream. On the, like in my stream?
God. No, on this one.
This is my stream.
I said to make sure that I had all my thoughts organized. Because even I was kind of, uneasy about it because I think we got like subtly threatened just for asking questions.
I just read there. If you notice, I don't even mention Bill by name.
Yeah, see, what I think is that if he didn't see it and somebody sent it to him, he don't know what stream it come from. And
Saying that he said he saw it.
right.
So that kind of goes away then.
But see, he's probably too high to even know or realize that what he said or even what he did. Because see, he'll lie to you and say, I have proof, and he don't have shit.
Yeah, the irony is, look what the title of the video is. Yeah, he needs to get I have to get my thoughts organized a little better, but yet he's mixing up where allegedly I said it, which is a major
Right.
issue. So essentially, so that shows me him thinking that it came from there goes against where he said that he thought it came from. So it just kind of, I don't know. I can go on this whole day, but like All you'll get from Bill is like evading questions, and then he'll get too mad, and then he'll kick me off.
Yeah, well, they all do that. When you keep questioning them, you know, they're going to do that. See, it's okay for them to deflect, but it's not okay for you to bring true facts up and catch them in a lie. They don't like that. And the first thing they're going to do is silence you because they're already looking like an asshole and there's people watching.
Yeah.
See, that's what happened to me over in Locksmith Stream. Frida would silence me, and then who else? There was a couple other people that was Warbot, Clownbot. He would silence me. I was in Edwards. I got silenced there by that man when I kept calling him out for, you know, the CP and all. Yeah, I mean, that's their mentality when you call them out, put them on the spot, they'll time you out or they'll even ban you. And see, when I got banned or timed, well, I actually got banned and somebody let me back in. I got banned again by the same guy, Clownbot. And then I got let back in. And then Clownbot goes and starts really talking bad about Lala. You know how nice that lady is. I mean, she don't cause any kind of trouble. She's always nice to people. One of the nicest people in the community. And him to go and do that, that shows what kind of trash that man is. And then he says he doesn't talk bad to women. The only reason he ain't talking bad to women, you know, is because we're talking bad about Sabby and Christy. You know, that it's his narrative. You know, he don't want to talk bad about them, but then he's going to do something to Lala, which Lala don't cause trouble to nobody.
Right.
And that shows what kind of people is up Ed's ass. It shows what kind of people is up Locksmith's ass. And also up Bill's ass. And I'm pretty sure it happened on Bill's channel. I'm 100% sure it happened on his channel. Okay, and Bill, you know, he didn't stop it from happening. He knew it was happening. So I got up on panel. And that's when I cussed his ass out. You know, he ain't nothing but trash in my book. You know, let him go and do his drugs, you know. You know, in this kind of community, you don't need to be bringing that shit in this community. Drugs make you stupid. And just like that last video you seen, it shows how stupid the man is. No, I don't even smoke marijuana. So I can't use that as an excuse for my temper or, you know, me going off and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember some people were saying something about my medicine, which is non-psychoactive. So I was wondering how that would play into effect of anything. But it's literally non-psychoactive.
Right. Well, see, they're going to use all of that. But see, you know, you go look at locksmiths. They're always doing mushrooms and shit like that on their channel. Okay, if they're for the kids, that shouldn't, you know, is the drugs for the kids? No. So they're not really there for the kids. They're there to cause problem and dox people and, you know, people they don't like or they have problems with that don't give them a reason. You know.
No, because, well, I mean, I don't think I would want to do like any kind of drugs probably on a live or anything, just because of the you know, the nervousness of that, like, you know, like the idea of that, like, because everything that you would say would be on a live. But I mean, I don't think that argument can be used because it's not like we in any way encourage kids to watch.
No, but I mean it's a bad look. It's like that one catcher lifting up her shirt. What kind of person really are you to be on a live stream and
Yeah, I
start
think that.
flashing yourself? That is pure nasty.
Yeah, I think the arguments of maybe like people talking sexual and things like that in the community
Well,
are
that's
like.
pretty fucking sexual there, man. Excuse
And,
me. I mean, that's as bad as helicoptering. But yet people like that. People wanted to see that.
yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, panels are for adults. And catchers, I think, are for adults. I don't think. I don't really. I mean, I really don't support the idea of people under 18 watching like catches or panels or anything.
Well, let me ask you this now. Now, if panels should be for adults, but is it listed as for adults? Is
Yeah,
is is those panels that this happened on? You had to be 18, and you had to click that button to say you're 18.
on videos you can. I don't know if you can set that on a live.
Your locksmiths isn't.
Yeah, I
This
think
is for
I do know this. Any video I've ever put out, at least any video I've ever put out, there's an option where it says for kids or not, and I always hit no for that.
right.
But I think in lives they just it's a live, so it's just it's not predetermined. I kind of just highlight that. I just say that kids just shouldn't be the audience, but there's no real way to verify it.
Well, when I did a stream on YouTube, it says is it made for kids, blah blah blah, for audience over 18. You have to click that button and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would like to read the letter I made, or not letter, but the Rick Astley lyrics to Ed. That would actually be fun. If, I could do that. Or it's kind of like a Rick rolled apology. I don't know if you know about that. Tommy Irvis. Oh, Vic should work for YouTube. The old need is demands. Oh,
No, I don't. I don't work for YouTube, but I'm just saying, uh, I mean, I wouldn't want my kid to be seeing some of the stuff that's happening.
yeah. I mean, I think it's just I cringe at things that are inappropriate.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's cringy. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter who's doing it. Okay, it's just cringy. You just don't, you don't see a face and she's a decoy and then she's doing a strip tease.
yeah,
That's not that's inappropriate behavior.
yeah.
And see, she's only doing that to draw attention to get more people to come. And maybe one day they can hit it up and she can send them pictures offline. I don't know. But, if you're any kind of lady, you wouldn't be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange place to do it.
Especially in this kind of community. Okay, seriously.
Well, skin, Jonathan. Yeah, I noticed all the people that kind of are, have been in question what ended up on Locke's stream after we were talking about them. So they were clearly available to talk, but I guess they didn't show up.
What's that? You talking to Bill?
No, all the usual suspects, not Bill actually, but all the usual suspects kind of went on lock screen.
Oh yeah. All of them. That's the meeting place there, bro. I'm serious. You watch it, yeah. You know, they're going over there. You know, that has always been like that there. See, that's why I blocked most of the people that is over there on that string, and then I unblocked a lot of them. And you know, one of them's in chat right now. Cooper High, I've unblocked him.
Yeah,
You know,
people.
he's a good guy. I didn't do it just because I didn't like the man. You know, I do like the man, and so he and I are cool.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. So that's honestly what is true is I did think that there was some sexual element to what JT was doing to his corpses. That's what I genuinely thought was true. But if that's somehow not true, um, then I go back on it. But that was my understanding of what was true.
Well, with JT, if he's going to burn a house down, then I believe that, not saying he did, but, anything could be possible.
Yeah,
Because if he's going to burn a house down, that's some serious shit. And see, and then, dead people don't talk. But that's beside the point. Just speculation at this point. But we know he burnt the house down. Or tried to, attempted. Did he ever say why he attempted to burn a house down?
I actually don't know if he did say why.
Well, he didn't burn it down, but he tried to, and he got caught doing it, and he did a little bit of time for it. But I mean, if he had a good reason, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I wanna be careful. The information that I have is accurate, though. I wanna
Yeah.
because I've been accused of jumping the gun before, So I like to be as careful as I can. But I think that's all I'll say. But I just want to be careful.
Yeah. I would be careful with some of that too. I don't want, because that's some serious allegation stuff there, if it's been proven, then then that's one thing. But if it's not been proven, then I can't really discuss it. But I know that they showed. So he even talked about he went to prison for it, for attempted burning the house down.
Yeah. Is anyone else going live, or am I the only channel on the air?
I think you're the only channel now, bro.
Oh shit. We'll go on live for a little bit. I want to have like that the stamina I used to have though for streams. I kind of feel like hit a wall at around an hour.
Yeah, I want to get Lark Busters up here.
That doesn't make sense because if you just commit a felony in a wait, that literally doesn't make sense. How would you even commit a crime in jail, and then that be the other county? That doesn't make any sense. Ryan, do you plan on buying a car soon? Yeah, I mean, so I think I get my license cleared in a couple months. So I mean, define soon. I mean, somewhat soon. In the near future.
What kind you think about getting?
The cheapest one that's drivable.
Well,
That's reasonably safe.
well, make sure you don't get one that people can steal real easy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get one of those, put a little club in there, that locks the steering wheel down.
Yeah, my place has like free parking, so I can just park my car. So I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
I can't park because I can't drive right now, though. It's gonna be like a weird thing where I'm gonna learn how to drive again, almost. Or you
Well,
can do your decoy discoveries.
go
I never
ahead.
actually did a catch where someone else did the decoying. So I plan on doing my own decoying, but I always did. I never actually had. I don't think I had a catch where I ever had anyone else doing the decoying. I'm very
Well,
easy with shit like that.
well, driving a car, you never forget it's like riding a bicycle. You never forget how to ride a bicycle.
Yeah, well, in general I won't, but I'm just saying it'll kind of feel new to me
Yeah, yeah.
again, like kind of that new feeling again. But yeah, but one thing is I believe in a huge sentiment of going slow. Because here's the thing: people go fast, they'll think they'll feel like they're in control, but the faster you're going in a car, the less control you have over your car. So I want to drive like as slow as I legally can to have the most control that I can of the car. So I
Right, right.
for any kind of obstacle. It's like,
Well,
and
especially when there's snow on the ground.
yeah, but I mean that kind of goes without saying. But it's like the optimal even speed to drive on a highway, and the only difference is a couple of minutes to get to your destination is 55 miles an hour. I'm very pro 55 miles an hour. It's my favorite speed.
Right. Well, if I have to go somewhere like Nova Scotia, then I'll do 60 all the way there. So 60 miles in an hour, and then I can guesstimate how long it's going to take.
Yeah, I mean even if you're going like 80 or whatever, it really wouldn't make that much of a difference. I don't understand. Wait, what kind of question is this? Am I just not reading this right? Um, Ryan, do you think Preds will catch on in your area that you're there? What does that mean? I just
I
read that.
think I think he means that, are they going to know that you're in their area and catch on and not be on the platforms and to keep an eye out for you?
I don't think so because I'm changing my decoy, and that's why I'm never gonna say anything about a catch. Like I'm never gonna say anything about a potential catch. If I go
Right. Well, that's very smart to do. I mean, if I was a catcher, I wouldn't say anything. I would just do it and let it be a surprise, then talk about it. Don't give out any information, because then there are people in the community that will try to screw you up and, either steal your catch or sabotage it.
yeah, I agree with that.
Because there are people in the community that get off on that, and it makes them feel better that, seeing you in distress, it makes them feel better in their life, because they're not happy in their life, so they want to see somebody else, and it gives them joy.
Because I had a catch where someone said they were gonna go with me and they didn't. Um, and they were actually trying to set me up for it to be like a dangerous catch and everything. So I'm never gonna, and also I'm gonna go into this where I'm not gonna owe like anyone anything as far as like I'm not trying to be the best catcher. Um, I'm not trying to get the most views. I'm not trying to do this or that. I want to just be integrity with the principles. That's of what I think a catch should have, and I'm not gonna go by like how much catches I get, the frequency of catching. Um, but any catch I get is good, and if there's no catch, then there's no catch.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: all the catches you do are very interesting. They're very interesting.
Appreciate that.
I mean, one of the catches you've done, that was the first time I've ever seen that scenario happen in anybody's catch.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's stuff where it's kind of like there's actually a concern. I think the catch you're talking about is where, like, if I do something like I guess dangerous, I genuinely want the takeaway to be like, oh shit, that's reckless or dangerous, and I'm not gonna do that because I don't want them to do it.
Right.
I want to see a decoy like get in the car with a pred, because they saw it on another channel or whatever. I want to warn against that.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I actually intend to catch alone though. I will say that, which actually even that I don't recommend, but it's something I'm gonna do. But
Well, you're doing something good, either way. So, I support you on doing that. You're out here getting these predators off the street and bringing awareness to the community.
yeah, and this is my own city, Marlboro. So
Is that where they make the Marlboro cigarettes?
nah, it's just the same name. I think that
Oh.
I actually think if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, that Marlboro in England. I don't know, but I think I remember reading somewhere that it was a Marlboro in England, where it
It probably, yeah, they probably is. There's probably one in Kentucky, or wherever tobaccos are, they grow tobacco. But England, it sounds about right.
yeah. Was your favorite place to do decoy work in a friend's hotel room or a friend's car? Both are bad. No. And also on that catch, it was more of like a again, like how I see it, like more of like a psychological, like kind of scared rather than like like actually. I'll put it this way: it's like, let's say like a doll, a creepy looking doll, and like walks up to you and starts like saying like demented things. Like obviously, you don't think you're gonna get beat up by a doll or hurt by a doll, but it's still weird. Still,
Right.
so again, I'm psychologically speaking, but
Well, everything about that one was really weird, sketchy. Them being a transgender, kidnapping you, and I doubt that they would have put their hands on you, but still, that was real creepy.
yeah, when I asked him like this, like I think it was asked. It came up like his favorite kind of movies, and he said horror movies. It was like horror movies.
That would have made my mind really cringe there.
It's so weird because it's like you're actually like you. It's like you're like it's very weird because it's like in my mind I'm alone in the situation, but then again I'm watching chat, so it's on the internet, so I'm not alone. It's a weird feeling, but it's kind of like you're in the situation almost in front of an audience, but
Right.
it's a weird feeling. I don't know. I remember.
He didn't say his favorite movie was like Silence of the Lambs, did he?
Hopefully not. That's exactly what that's about.
Well, I won't get into detail. It was a creepy movie, and I believe that if you can think it, it's most likely happened or it will happen. If you think about something or a scenario, most likely it's already happened. And if it hasn't, it will happen.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like now though. I mean, if I do go on a catch, I'm very desensitized to anything I could see because, I mean, I've been on about 50 catches and I've done about 30, so it's like it's very hard for me to like watch a catch and not be able to connect that to something that I've already been on. Now, not saying done, but been on. So
Right.
everything. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's honestly just one is enough for because like I'm catching in my own city, and just one that's getting exposed or caught in my own city is gonna be meaningful to me.
Well, you catch a few of them, people's gonna start, you'll get you'll get an audience from your community, you know, and that can be good, but at the same time it could be bad also. It's like if I was doing catches, I wouldn't want my neighbors to know. I would. That's the last thing that I would want. Somebody else across the country, sure, no problem. But in my own neighborhood, I wouldn't advertise that.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like I kind of feel like any kind of information will get out anyway, so I'm willing to give like certain information out.
Right. But I mean, you wouldn't put flyers out and say, "Here, sub to my YouTube."
Oh yeah, we'll probably wouldn't do that.
No,
I want to go with the flyer approach.
no. But if I was a catcher and I was in a neighborhood and I caught the person, I would take time and start passing out business cards to people, and say, "This is who I am. Come check me out." Say, for instance, I'm supposed to meet, uh, uh, a predator at McDonald's or in a parking lot. I see someone walking by. Hey, my name is so and so. Here's my business card. This is what I do. Check me out. Tell your friends about me. Okay, they see you, they're going to tune in because they know that this is going to be live. Then they're going to say, "Hey, man, I met this young man out here, and they're going to catch this guy here." And then they're going to tell two friends, and then their two friends are going to tell two more friends. Okay, you hit 10 people around there. The next thing you know, you got 30 more viewers. And you're getting the word out, that there are these types of people out here in this world. I mean, viewers is one thing, but you're getting the word out to people that average or ordinary people. It could be a construction worker. He may have kids at home. He sees this is going to make him outraged that these predators are out here, and it'll put his mind to where I need to check my kids' phones. I need to watch them because a lot of times they're unaware of it. But if you put it in their mind, then most likely they're going to be aware of it and they're going to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of we'll leave Instagram to that as far as like giving like identifiable information and stuff about predators, but yeah.
Well, now, what is your thought about this? You're out here trying to catch this guy, and the police ain't gonna do nothing. Would you put, business cards in people's mailbox and say, and put on it, "I was in your neighborhood trying to catch a predator." Then they see your business card with your name on it, with your telephone number on it, your email, and your YouTube. And what if they reach out to you, say, you know, I want to know who this person is. Do you have any information on this person? Would you tell them?
I
Or
mean, it
would
would,
that be like, you know, semi-doxing?
I mean, like, is what you're saying is like I would put like business cards in the neighborhood of a predator, or like
Yes, yes, yes. Say it's an apartment complex, and you
that.
give out business cards to everybody in that complex or around that complex, or even a neighborhood that he lives in, to tell them, you know, about this person, and also take it to the school and give the principal, you know, information on who this person is.
I would go about it differently. My thing is I would contact people directly if possible, but I wouldn't put it out like as a flyer or a card in people's mailbox and things like that. But
Okay.
I would inform people properly. Like let's say it's the employer. I wouldn't put it on YouTube and then put the call or whatever, but I would make it so that I would inform them, and I have done that before.
Right.
But
Well, no, I wouldn't put any of that on YouTube, but what I'm saying is that if you're going to catch this guy, and it's going to have his picture up there, his face, it's going to show the police talking to him and letting him go. You have all the conversation and everything that you had between him and you, and he lives like 500 feet from a school, 500 feet from a church. Okay.
because I would inform the school.
Yes. Inform the school or even the church, or even, you know, there may be a playground right there.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a thing though with like schools; they're not really good on corresponding with anyone. So I don't know if I probably would. Well, I mean, I would say here, I think that law enforcement generally does the right thing here. I mean, law enforcement I think is effective here. So I mean, I'm not gonna run the. I don't think I'm gonna run in too much issues with that, but I would just inform kind of who needs to be informed.
Okay, well, see, the law enforcement's not going to go to the neighborhood meetings and tell them that we had this here happen here in the neighborhood. They won't do it. But what do you think? Say, for instance, you find out if that neighborhood has an association, and every month they would meet, say, every Thursday at 6 o'clock at this little community center. Would you go there and say, hey, you know, my name is so and so, and, you know, I caught somebody in the neighborhood, and I just want you to be aware of it? There may be 50 people in the audience, and I'm sure one of the 50 people is going to know who this individual is. See, if they let these individuals go, then I feel that we have to combat that and let these people in the neighborhood know. Then they can go back to the police and say, why didn't you do anything about it? Then you have more voices complaining to the DA, you need to do more about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's very specific and case by case with me as far as how I go about it.
All right. Okay.
Because I feel like if you come off too aggressive, you'll kind of just seem like a crazy person. Like, and then they won't take you seriously anyway. And then when you have legitimate information, they still won't take you seriously. So if you go about it a little too, like, you know, I guess like too seemingly aggressive or too, like, you know, like they just won't take it seriously. So it's kind of like if you go about it, it's very like the best part of it. What you said was, for instance. So it would depend on an exact instance, and I would be very specific about exactly how I would inform people directly. But
right.
I would have to come off in a very you know dispassionate, I think is a word, way.
Well, yeah, you got to come off passionate. You got to come off. You can't go up in there all mad and yelling, raising your voice. You know, you don't normally do that. you're very calm. See, it's like this. If you get a neighborhood involved, then you can go to city council and have these neighbors go with you to city council and complain to the city council more needs to be done by the city police. And then the city police says, well, we can only do so much. It's up to the DA. Then you take it to the DA, and the DA will see that their neighborhood or the people who live in their zone or their area is upset. Then it'll make the DA look bad, and then the DA will have to step up to the base because the neighborhood is mad. See, by you doing it, you don't live in that neighborhood, they're not going to listen to you. But if these other people live in a neighborhood, they're going to listen to them. I know this for a fact because I kept going to the city council, and they all know who I am. They call me by my first name. And finally, they broke down and made a task force to catch the vandals. They caught probably about like 16 of them and charged every single one of them with felonies.
Yeah. Again, by the way, I think the word I used was dispassionate. So dispassionate kind of means that you're putting your emotions aside to present something clearly.
Right.
The word dispassionate, that's kind of what the word means. But yeah.
Well, I know that, everything, that I've seen you do, you've done it right and everything. And, you're a good teacher, I mean, PvP's good too, but man, sometimes some of the things he does are too questionable, I think, some of the old ones, and same with, what's his name? Rami.
Yeah, we'll just say, can't be doing this, my guy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to possibly give credit to us. Well, I don't know. I have to do something one moment, but I'll still be here.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, not to change the subject, I'm gonna finish this guitar and I'm gonna auction it off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna auction it off and I'm gonna give the proceeds to catchers and the decoys.
Yeah, I have my own decoy phone and everything, so I'm just gonna go buy that. Yeah, I've actually never had someone decoy for me. I kind of just want like the idea of just me doing the decoying, but I don't know. I think I'll come around to having certain people decoy. Also, just kind of expand what can be done in coordination. I'm not against it, but I haven't done it before.
Well, don't get me because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna start trying. I'm gonna try to get one this year.
Yeah. But it's like a good example, like the people I caught with was like Tony G and Serena, because if you notice, like they always were very like careful and calculated in how we did it. Like they were very, I would say they were like one of my favorite people to work with because we were always on the same page and we always kept like a very grounded mentality when we just had like a strategy of how we were going to go about it. And we always stuck to the script. There was never like there was at least a conflict during the catch.
You and Sabrina?
No, not Sabrina. Tony G and Serena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in New York.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, those would be like examples of people that I would want to work with. But yeah,
Well,
have you?
I could be your cameraman and be your bodyguard in case something went down.
I mean, my only thing is I never said like someone needs to like guard for me, but more like a witness
Right.
because I
Well,
really don't want the other person to like put
I
hands on me or anything.
well the thing is, if they just sat back in the distance, and just blended in with the crowd, but they still have a camera facing you, so that way it shows you and the predator together from a different view. That would be real good, rather than just the view of your camera. You see what I'm saying? It would show both of you in the same thing, just in case you don't have to air that one, but that one would be just for backup. If anything ever happened, it would show the true footage of everything. I
Yeah,
mean, say for instance, somebody walks up behind you. You can't, you're not, the camera doesn't face them. But with me, or not me, but say somebody else sitting there a couple of tables away, their camera is going to see all that.
yeah. I mean, you're all new here. Why is everyone fighting? I don't know. But it's kind of like
What?
as far as just being a witness and being there and being able to call the police when they need to. That's kind of an important part.
All right. That's not a new person there. That's FM. He's not new. What's he talking about? We're not fighters over here now. We're trying to be nonviolent.
Yeah, it's a non-violent stream.
Right. Yeah. If I start catching, I'll put NV Atlanta. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. You know. I'd have to put hide Atlanta.
Um, Dreamology. Yeah, but it's kind of like this is where I'm in the area that where I grew up as a kid, and then to catch predators where I grew up as a kid it has like sentimental value to catching them.
Well, as long as you're catching predators, man, that's all that matters. That's how I want to look at it. I mean, whether I like you or not, that's beside the point. You're out here catching predators, and that's better than just sitting at home watching it and talking crap about you. If you're out there doing it, then more props to you, more respect to you. You
Yeah,
know. See, that's another thing about Edwards. He's not out there doing anything, but yet he's gonna sit back and he's gonna talk about catchers and decoys and stuff, and put their shit out there. But yet he's doing nothing but stirring the fucking pot. So, and then when he was called to do a catch, he didn't do nothing.
yeah. I mean, definitely the idea that was problematic of them even being there. Honestly,
Oh yeah. Well, even if the CP wasn't even brought up, or even if there was nothing, even if he didn't have any court stuff going on, it was still, for me, it would have been a problem because of knowing his attitude and what he's been doing. It's not a good look. You don't want that. And then to top everything off, you get a drunk to go with you. A drunk that can't run but a quarter block, and he's out of breath. You know, what was the point? I mean, you know, I don't want to knock the guy, but you know, I have to, because there was no point in that. And I can see if we was in his neighborhood or his city and he wanted to join in, yeah, fine. But sending them across country, that's a waste of money. That money could have been spent helping real decoys, real catchers. You know, and see, Cam came out real good on that. He came out on top.
Yeah, but not going. Honestly, that was probably the best thing for him.
Yeah, man. It's like this, dude.
Honestly, if I was, that would be like literally like a nightmare for me.
Yeah, it would have been a bad look for you.
Yeah, because it's like then you find out you're in the same room as they're like in the same car as someone as a suspect for a CP allegation, and then someone that was a suspect for a murder allegation, and then it's like, and then living in the same house. That's more of like I feel like a reality show, just for.
Well, he tried to make it like a reality show.
Like just
okay.
That almost. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I would have been very, very pissed. I'd have been wanting to whoop somebody's ass if that happened to me, and come to find out that was true. Oh, I would have been mad. But see, if they had asked me, I would have said no. I said, no, I'm not going, and I'd have called you out right then. Just think if Cam had called him out and says, no, I can't go with two losers. I can't go with a drunk. I can't go with an antagonistic person that antagonizes people and, doxes people. I can't do that. And then when they come to find out what Ed did, or the charges, that's pending, or not charges, but him being a suspect, then, just think, you done called him out from the start and you didn't go.
Yeah.
But if it had been me, I'd have said, oh, hell no. No, I not with them two people, I'm not going. Ray, sure. But Edwards, no. JT Koufax, definitely no. Because, see, JT Koufax can't do nothing. He might can get on a computer, but I can do the same thing that he can. And the only reason I think JT Koufax went was because of him being gay and Sam being gay, that they went to the gay bar. That gave them an excuse to go to the gay bar. And they took Ray to the gay bar because they're using him as bait to get Tricks to come over there and talk to them.
Wait, what?
Well, no, this is a scenario. This is a scenario, man. I mean,
what are you uncovering here?
Well, no, I'm not uncovering, but this is, I mean, I think of things in scenario. If you can think it, sometimes, things like that has happened. Okay, now just think the scenario. JT Koufax is gay. Sam is gay.
Wait, Sam
okay. Huh?
I didn't know that. Sam and Jake.
No, he's gay.
He is?
Yeah.
I have nothing against that, but
Well, no, I ain't got nothing against that either. I have a lot of gay friends, and you know,
it,
but what I'm saying is that they like to drink. Ray likes to drink, so they say, "Hey, Ray, we'll take you to this gay bar, no problem, but you got to stand with us." And all the gay guys are going to come over and want to pick up Ray, and he's like, chicken bait or whatever you want to call that. And
wait, why?
huh?
Oh, wait, why would he? So, wait, why
Okay,
would he?
you go into a gay bar with a new face. All the queens, the people who want to pick up a guy, they call the guy a trick, and the Johns are the guys who's going to pay for them. So what they do is, since they're new, everybody's going to notice, and they're going to come over and want to talk to Ray, and then next thing you know, JT and Sam can pick up the guys that's trying to pick Ray up. So it's a win-win deal. Ray gets free drinks, and Edwards also, he's there in the corner posing, and they're pulling the JT's tricks in for him and Sam. No, that's just a scenario. It did not happen. That, as far as I know, I'm just saying that JT knows what I'm talking about. JT knows what I'm talking about, but that's just one of them things.
My
I
brain is
don't know.
the error message processing the information. It was like loaded up to 14%, and then it said I need to restart my drive. It's been a fatal error.
Oh, so you got to log off now?
No, my brain.
Oh, I short circuited it.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I'm,
gave me
I'm well. Hey, I'm.
screen, and then I have to restart it and everything. All right. Oh, it's back on. It's working again.
Well, I'm so sorry I messed you up like that, but I'm just saying, that there was a reason that those people were set up to go there. Okay, it wasn't strategically done to catch these predators. There was other motives involved that I believe, other than that.
Okay, wait. Is Haystack because I'm only 14. I'm not capable of comprehending any of this. But is Haystack kind of saying what you're saying?
I don't know what Haystack is saying.
So
Okay, so Vic thinks Sam put the Florida trip to have an orgy. Well, most likely, if Haystack, if you can think it, most likely it has happened or it will happen. So, yes, I wouldn't put it past those people because I think Edwards would swing both ways for some money.
whoa.
Okay, no, I'm serious about that. I think Edwards would swing both ways. But with Ray, he was the bait on the hook to get all the queens to come over and talk to Ray, and Ray could pick these guys up, bring them over to JT and Sam, and Ray would get paid for that also.
Boys, yo.
Now I kept asking JT whose bed did he sleep in, and he wouldn't tell me. They wouldn't tell me.
Oh shit. They didn't say what bed. Wait, they didn't say what bed they were sleeping in, or
No, they didn't say who was sleeping with who. Now I'm gonna tell you now, if I'd have been on that trip and I knew two of them were gay, I'm gonna be filming a motel room, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, showing that I have my own room. That I'm not sharing room with JT. I'm not sharing room with Sam.
well, I mean,
Because if you're sharing a room with them, there might be some bumping and grinding going on.
well, I mean, I don't sleep in a room. I sleep hanging from a branch.
Well,
That counts, but
yeah, well, I'm just saying you're in the same room, or you might be in the same tree, and there could be some bumping and grinding.
I'm not out of a tree. can't be in the
You know, you can take a shower with Bill and rub your hand across his wiener, and he won't think you're gay.
Well,
So they forgot to take Bill. See, they was going to take Bill. Bill knew what was going to happen, and Bill backed out and said no. He didn't want to play that game with them.
I mean, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He backed out and said no. They was going to take Bill.
So you might have to share. You might have to share a room at the mental hospital. You were out of your line. Oh, JT's in chat. Maybe JT can bring information to this theory.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm working on speculation.
yeah. I mean, I'm only 14, so I can't like comprehend all this stuff. But
Right.
yeah. So yeah.
But I know down there in Florida, there's a bunch of gay bars down there.
No, I think they. I mean, I think they actually not that there's anything wrong with it, but like I think they went to one.
Yeah, I know they went to more than one of them, Ryan. Give me a break. They was down there for how many days?
Yeah, I couldn't walk.
I would say they went to two of them in one night.
I'm not against LGBTQ anything.
No. But you know, if you want to, play like that, that's fine. But when it comes out, don't get mad now that we know that you done squeezed each other. It's all fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna believe a couple links here. Just seeing. If anyone happens to want to come up on the stream.
We'll get him up on stream. He's gonna want to get up here.
No way! I'm about to go to sleep. Is there anyone dumb enough to buy any of this? That's my JT impersonation.
Well, that's fine. I just wanted to put it out there, but keep in mind there was a reason that group was put together. I don't know what JT did, and Edwards was, no point of having Edwards.
So this is all a point to get to Edward.
They should have kept those two at home and got Cam and you to go.
I wouldn't do any of that. Oh, shit.
Well, I'm just saying, someone like yourself, it would have been more productive. But what happened, it was very unproductive. And I just want to ask, while we're on the subject, has a police report been turned in? And what did y'all hear back from the police that you turned in the reports to?
Wait, I heard something about turning in police. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know if Sam turned in the police report, or if he's heard anything back from the police.
Yeah. Well,
And is Ed's name, when you turn in a police report, is Ed one of the witnesses?
I don't really bother anymore with JT. JT just kind of bothers me. I don't know.
He's what? He's mad.
He's mad, bro. But he thought he's going to sleep. Were corked into bottles and threw in the sea. So the police reports were allegedly corked into bottles and threw in the sea.
Well, I don't know what he means. He might want to drink another bottle, but no.
Should we tell JT bedtime stories since he's going to sleep?
Well, we can tell him about the three little piggies.
Good.
My favorite part on JT's part, that he likes the best is the huffing and the puffing.
Yeah, I remember always hearing that story about the huffing and puffing and blow a house down, but the fuck, that's not gonna blow a house down. I never got that.
Yeah, but I don't think any of the reports has been turned in. And they all need to be called out for that. And I want to know, was Edward's name on any of those reports? Because see, it's going to be real funny when the police looks at those reports and they're going to run the names and see, any charges on the people that are the witnesses. And when they see Edward's name and see the CP,
You mean when they find out that Ed is a scumbag piece of shit?
yes, y'all are going to look stupid, JT. You're going to look stupid. And see, when you hang out with dogs, JT, you get fleas.
Yeah.
He should have been smart, but it shows that he just wanted that vacation and go down there to them gay bars, hang out, and find him some tricks. He needed some good loving down there.
In this episode of I Talk Like I'm About to Take a Shit, and yeah.
Yeah.
In this episode, I'm always perpetually taking a shit.
Well, I'm going to tell you what now. Ryan, make sure you're not using the waxed toilet paper. Always buy the unwaxed toilet paper. Because you leave out the bathroom a lot happier when you use the unwaxed.
All right. I am my psychic intuition is telling me to not ask questions following up about what you're talking about.
No. But, how long does it take for you to turn in evidence and get the law enforcement to call you back? What's an average?
Depends where you are. Like when they call you back, I mean, I feel like most of them, there's some kind of correspondence with the police.
Well, I'm just saying, if you made a police report or you turned it in, made a report, wouldn't it be within a month that you would know something?
Not actually, no. Like the way that things work. It's just like it depends where you are and how long it takes. I can't really agree to that. I mean, sometimes it's just like it could take out. I have a couple catches where there's no explanation for a lack of follow up.
Right.
From
but can you find out if it's still active? If it's still an active investigation, or to find out if they just throwed it out.
I think they can inform you. I think if you're one of the people that were like quote unquote the reporting party, you would be able to follow up. But that's the only thing I can really say is true.
Okay, well, Sam, Colfax, y'all have some explaining to do. Tomorrow morning, Colfax, you need to call up and find out where this is at.
Well, I think I have JT Colfax up. I am JT Colfax. What is your question, Vic?
My question is, are you a witness to...
A witness to what, exactly?
The report from the pedophiles. Is your name on that piece of paper, yes or no?
The only report of a pedophile is Tommy Fellows. That is the only report that I know of in existence. Now, do you have any other questions to answer?
Well, I think you're blowing a wool over somebody's eyes.
I'm not blowing a... So now you're accusing me of homicide by putting a wool. Where is the evidence for this wool, Vic?
The wool is the sheep.
And now you're accusing me of animal cruelty. Why are you, all of you people, run with all of these lies that I can't possibly be disproved, that can't possibly be proven or disproven, or whatever I'm trying to say?
You have too much to drink, and you've been puffing on something too long, and it made you choke and gag. And I want to know whose bed you slept in.
Well, Tommy
This
supposed
isn't the Three
say
Little
the
Bears.
same thing, but then deflect from the issues of Tommy.
I think all four of you shared the same room.
And that's just Tommy Fellows propaganda once again. See, you can just
No, it's Sam's
Tommy
propaganda.
CPP propaganda.
CPP Sam's propaganda. Cox pinpointing.
But this is how I sound, describing anything that I'm talking about.
I bet he stayed drunk the whole time he was there.
Any of this absolve Tommy exactly?
And you had more than White Claw.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how long I can keep that for, but yeah.
Well, no, seriously, if I believe that Colfax's name is going to be on the police report. So, Colfax, if you're still here, you need to call the police station and ask them if there's still an ongoing case.
Polish reports. Why would I need that? Why would I need a report that is Polish? Are you a racist?
No, I didn't say Polish. I said report. Police report.
Exactly, a Polish report. So to that,
That's only when you're drunk is Polish. We're a police, a cop report,
you are
a law enforcement report.
Drunk. That is offensive to Polish people.
He was probably too drunk to sign the report and forgot about it. But we need to keep on sound because I mean, he put the shit out here for us to see it. He made a big deal, big spectacle of it before he went. It fell apart before he got back. And now there's no report and nobody's asking questions. I want to know where it's at because if you don't put it in, then there was a reason that all of y'all went out there, and I don't think it was for a catch. I think it was for a sex vacation. And you didn't even make any movies to bring back to show us what you did.
Yeah.
But no, he needs to, actually, they need to answer up to that and keep us posted about it. They put it out there. They said it was a catch. They all did it. They said they filed a police report. I want to know where it's at right now.
Polish into the situation. I cannot believe you are invoking the Polish into this conversation.
Well, Polish, they have big flashlights.
They do? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
ask JT. JT knows. He knows about the flashlights.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but see, I mean, they made this trip sound so big and so important and all that stuff, and they talked about it and they talked about it. Why aren't they talking about it now? JT, answer that. Why are they not talking about it? Did something go wrong? Something we don't know? Or something y'all didn't do?
Yeah,
okay.
Evidence. I rely on Sam for the reporting of the police.
I doubt Sam even did it. I bet he was too drunk and he flew back and forgot about it. When they found out what happened with Ed, that just really killed his spirit.
Wait, did you say Can you answer the question in chat? If you meant
Who, me?
nah, the other person talking in chat. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I said, yeah, Gremlin, I said flashlights. I don't, we have Ryan up here. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm being polite and, in a polite way, but the thing about it is something is really going on. Why they're not saying anything about what happened. I mean, we know about that, the ship fell through when they got down there, or even before they got down there by Edwards. Okay. Now, if I'd have found that out, I would have snapshotted his picture and put it out there. Okay, because he done lied to everybody in the community, and see, that was wrong. But two wrongs don't make a right. But at the same time, JT, where is this case at now? Where is these cases? Because there's more than one. Where are they at? Are they still active, or did you ever turn them in? If you didn't turn them in, then y'all need to get out of the community, because you have also lied.
Yeah.
But if you turned it in, I have no problem.
Funny firm.
Well, he needs to be in a insane asylum, actually, because that man rocks back and forth. I thought about getting him in a rocking chair for Christmas. I'll carve him one.
He makes any chair a rocking chair.
Well, I'll make him a rocking chair, and I'll put wheels on it, so that way, whenever he needs to go to the bathroom, he can rock himself to the bathroom.
Well,
He don't have to get up out of the chair. He just go to the bathroom. But no, all serious, all the play to the side, they need to answer up on, where's this case at? And did you actually turn in the evidence, or are you just sitting on it, or did you never turn in the evidence? Because, it's kind of funny. Y'all went down there to do this, and it was a big thing, and it was going to be gold, and it was going to be all this good stuff. And, we don't hear nothing about it now. Where's CP Sam at? Or CPP Sam, where's he at now?
yeah, I haven't heard any. I haven't seen any sightings. It's kind of like he's a predator catcher version of Bigfoot now.
Well, yeah, I think he done catfished everybody. He done sided with old Edwards, got old Edwards out there, because he knew he wanted some money, and they took him to the gay bar and tricked him out. Who knows? Anything right now, could be the actual truth. So he needs to come out and stop me from speculating on what happened. I mean, anything could have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be knocking, Ray, but, it's kind of suspicious that, he was up in all this. He was good with everybody. And then all the shit it went down into the gutter. And everybody that went on the trip was all suspicious.
The crowd looks suspicious, except for these bitches.
Yeah. So what do you think happened, Ryan?
I think I still don't know what happened. I've watched all the information and I still have no clue.
Do you think anybody got lucky on that trip?
I think they're covering up for an alien invasion.
I think so.
Yeah, but so anyone have any final questions or any issues or?
Yes. Okay. Now, if Edwards and Ray had to share the same bed together, who would be top? And also, if Sam and JT had to share the same bed, who would be bottom?
Okay, so I don't know the answer to that.
Well, neither one of them. They'd be all spooning. You know, they're trying to spoon us bullshit and everything. So, you know, they're spooners. But anyways, Ryan, it's been nice and everything. It's always been good coming up talking to you. And, you know, I'm sorry that I kind of warped your mind there for a minute.
Yeah,
But, you know,
I think I don't know how StreamYard works, but I think it might be kicking me out or something. I don't know. I've been kind of fighting with it.
you can't what now?
I think I'm having issues with StreamYard. I think I'm running past my hours or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, you have a good one, my friend.
All right. Have a good night, yo.
All right. Bye, chat.